nothing but the radio. The dashboard glowed a reddish brown, and cities faded fast below. Static filled the cabin air, a love song from another year. I turned the dial but found you there, inside a melody so clear. A million miles from Tuesday, a million miles from who I was, a million miles from safety, but somehow still so close to us. Still so close to us. Neon signs blinked out at dawn above the all-night diner roads. I ordered coffee, black and strong, and watched the headlights come and go. The waitress hummed a song I knew from someone's mixtape, worn and taped. I thought of all the things we drew on maps of futures we'd escaped, and the road doesn't care about the weight that you carry. It just pulls you somewhere, somewhere further from your ordinary. And the stars overhead are the same ones we watch from the fire. So I keep moving ahead, chasing highways that never expire. Oh, a million miles, keep driving. A million miles, ooh, keep surviving. A million miles from Tuesday, but I'm still here, still arriving. I've been standing at the edge of everything I know, watching all the rivers turn to ice below. The letters that you wrote me are a fading yellow page, and I've been burning bridges just to keep away the rage. Burning bridges down, watching embers rise into the sky. Burning bridges down, I never said goodbye. I don't know why. Maybe fire is the only way to feel alive. Burning bridges down. The photograph above the fireplace is gone. I put it in a box, and I've been moving on. But moving on is harder when the smoke still fills the air, and love is just the ruins of what used to be there. Burning bridges down, watching embers rise into the sky. childhood still felt good. The long way home is always worth it when you don't know who you are. The long way home is where you surface underneath a different star. I keep driving, keep returning through the years behind the wheel. The long way home keeps something burning, something only time can heal. I parked outside the house we had on Fletcher Street when I was 9. The maple tree we always climbed still stretches past the power line. The porch light's on for someone else. The swing is gone, the screen door's new. But in the muscle memory held, I'm still arriving home to you. Every shortcut I have taken, every faster road I found, has left me somehow more mistaken, somehow more profoundly lost. So I go the way that wanders through the years I can't reclaim. Every mile a quiet wander, every street still says my name. The long way home, still driving. The long way home, still arriving. like we danced before. The shadows moved around us like they always do, in slow and measured circles. I was dancing into you, slow dancing with shadows, slow dancing with ghosts. The places that I'm missing are the ones that mattered most. Slow dancing with shadows, slow dancing with time. Every memory fading, but still holding yours and mine. The years have been efficient at taking things apart. A room becomes a feeling, a face becomes a start of something half remembered, a color or a scent. I'm trying to reconstruct the room from all the light you sent. There are rooms inside the memory that no one else can enter, where the music plays on endlessly, and you are always centered. I visit them on winter nights when silence gets too heavy, and dance with all the shadows there until the morning's ready. Slow dancing, still dancing, slow dancing, still chancing. All the shadows still romancing. Every goodbye still landing. Slow dancing, slow dancing. I've been keeping all the letters in a drawer, the ones I wrote but never knocked upon your door. The words grew heavy with the years they had to wait, a love defined by all the things I said too late. Letters never sent, words that never flew, boxes full of everything I meant to say to you. I wrote your name in cursive on 1,000 scattered nights. Letters never sent, holding on to all the lights. You've been somewhere city I imagined when the seasons used to snow, and every autumn finds another page begun, another letter to the one beneath the sun. Letters never sent, words that never flew, boxes full of everything I meant to say to you. I wrote your name in cursive on 1,000 scattered nights. Letters never sent, holding on to all the lights. Maybe you wrote letters too, kept them in a drawer. Maybe love is all the things we never said before. Letters never sent, words that finally fly into the open sky. The city breathes beneath the purple sky, neon lights reflecting as the night rolls by. The capitals up on corners no one owns, two strangers sharing cigarettes and telephones. Neon afterglow, lighting up the rain. Neon afterglow, making love and pain. Shine a little softer on the ones who stay. Neon changed your name. We walked along the crumbling wall where ivy grew and petals fall. I kept the photo in a tin of everything we lost and been. Fading photograph, don't let it go. Every shade of us begins to slow. Fading photograph, still I hold on to the colors bleeding when you're gone. Bleeding when you're gone. The record spun on Sunday nights beneath the kitchen's yellow lights. We never knew how good it felt until the morning cards were dealt. The coffee stains the windowsill, a kind of warmth that I carry still. I trace the edges, worn and thin, of everything we lost and been. And if the paper turns to dust, and if the memory fades to rust, I'll keep the feeling in my chest, a quiet ache, a worn out nest, where you still live, where you still breathe, where summer never had to leave. Fading photograph, still burning. Fading photograph, still turning. All that gold empty and the streamers touch the floor. The DJ's packing records like he's done 1,000 times before. But here we are, still circling beneath a single light. The last two people who forgot to end the night. The last slow dance, holding on to every bar. The last slow dance, wishing on the same tired star. The world outside is waiting, but the music still remains. The last slow dance before we meet the rain. You looked at me like someone who has nothing left to prove, like every complicated feeling had found its perfect groove. And maybe this is all love is, a song that's almost done. The last slow dance beneath a gymnasium sun. The last slow dance, holding on to every bar. The last slow dance, wishing on the same tired star. The world outside is waiting, but the music still remains. The last slow dance before we meet the Some things don't deserve an ending. Some nights just need to breathe. If love is just a dance floor, then let's never leave. Let's never leave. The last slow dance, but every dance lives on. The last slow dance becomes the next day's dawn. The world outside is calling, and we finally must go. The last slow dance, the most beautiful we'll know. Slowly, slowly. overpass was lit and gray. I took the exit anyway. The wipers beat a steady time against the rain and glass and ran. I passed the church where weddings went, and funerals with good intent. The same white building, different grief, a kind of permanent relief. Last exit before the rain, last exit before the pain catches up to everything I am. Last exit before the rain, every road leads back again to the life I left behind, the dam of everything I couldn't say at the last exit yesterday. Last exit before the rain came in. A billboard for a water park was faded in the amber dark. The kids inside the billboard froze in summer clothes from years ago. I wonder if they know they're there, still frozen, still without a care, still diving in a blue forever, still caught in some perpetual summer weather. Maybe that's the thing about the leaving, maybe that's the thing about the roads. Every exit is a kind of grief, and every on-ramp is a letting go. I take the last one every evening, even when the weather's fine. I practice all the roads not taking, one more exit down the line. Last exit, still raining. Last exit, still waiting. Every road still creating the version of me, still navigating. Last exit before the rain. chasing every cloud, the kind September nights. Wildflower summer, running barefoot free. Wildflower summer, you and me. Every color brighter than the one before. Wildflower summer, who could ask for more? Remember how the fireflies came out of dust. Remember how we didn't need too much. Just a radio, a river, and a reason to stay. Remember how the world just felt okay. And even if it's only in the echo of a song, even if the summer road is years gone long, I swear I heard it yesterday among the leaves. A wildflower summer, on the summer breeze. Wildflower summer, running barefoot free. Wildflower summer, you and me. Sat around the AM dial on Friday nights for miles and miles. The curtains breathing in the heat, two channels playing, nothing neat. My brother had a guitar case with stickers from a different place. He'd tune the strings by candlelight and play the songs that felt like right. When the radio was sacred, when the music was our air, when the radio was sacred, we didn't know how rare it was, how rare we were, when every song was answered prayer. When the radio was sacred, and we were almost there. Oh, summer hit at 3 a.m., a song that we still can't forget. We wrote the lyrics on our skin in marker, midnight navy pen. The window open, humid air, a frequency beyond compare. We held our breath and caught the wave of everything the music gave. Now the stations have all changed their names, the towers flash with different flames, but somewhere in here again. All nights we'll never live again, in rooms that still remember when the radio was sacred then.
Tide brought in a piece of wood, worn smooth by years the ocean stood. We built a fire on the sand with two guitars and borrowed hands. The smoke went up past the moon, fisherman's late August tune, and someone sang a song so old that half the words could not be told. Salt and driftwood, fire and song, salt and driftwood all night long. We were something the ocean made beautiful before we fade. Salt and driftwood, you and I, built on shoreline, built to fly. Everything the sea provides. Salt and driftwood, ocean tides. The morning came in copper pink, the coffee boiled on a brick. We watched the pelicans go south, with silent prayers on every mouth. You drew a map of where we'd go, in the wet sand with your toe. The wave came in before we left and took the map from us in theft. We carry oceans in our bones, we carry shorelines, carry homes. Every grain of sand we've touched was a lifetime spent in trust, and the sea will smooth the edges of the hardest stones we carry. We are all just weathered driftwood, beautiful and being temporary. Salt and driftwood, ocean worn. Salt and driftwood, softly torn. fade to shore. Frequencies align. Every station carries a piece of what we were. Every song a reminder that the past is never blurred. Spin the dial slowly, baby, let it land on us. Radio static love is more than just a fuss. Radio static love, tuning into you. Somewhere between the silence and a song come true.
when the tide came in, watching all the wooden boats return again. Fishermen with salt in every line they wore, the kind of men who love the sea more than the shore. Harbor lights are burning through the night. Harbor lights are pulling me to what is right. Somewhere in the distance, every sailor finds their home. Harbor lights, no heart was meant to roam. An old lighthouse keeper told me once upon a dawn that the light keeps burning even when the keeper's gone. Some devotions never ask for recognition, dear. The light just shines for those who need to persevere. Harbor lights are burning through the night. Harbor lights are pulling me to what is right. Somewhere in the distance, every sailor finds their home. Harbor lights, no heart was meant to roam. Every tide goes out and every tide returns. Every love withheld is love that slowly burns. But the harbor holds the faithful and the wandering soul, and the light inside the lighthouse makes the broken burning through the night. Harbor lights are pulling me to what is right. I wrote the letter on a Sunday, in handwriting I've since forgot. The ink ran blue across the pages, a voice from some abandoned spot. The envelope was never opened. Kept it sealed beneath the bed. Inside the words I was afraid of, everything left better left unsaid. November letter never sent. November letter, every word I meant, folded up between the years. November letter, full of tears. I never found the right address.
The autumn came and took the color, the way it always comes and takes. I watch the yard from morning windows, through coffee steam and small heartaches. You moved across the country eastward to some small town I'll never know, and I address the pages nightly to somewhere north of letting go. Sometimes I think about the sending, sometimes I almost find the stamp, the writing's soft now, almost fading. The pages carry cold and damp, but something in the keeping matters more than the sending ever would. A love that lives in sealed up letters is still a love that's understood. November, still November, November letter. I remember every word, every weather, still holding on together. November.
Came through the crackled tone of copper wire and city lights. I memorized the number then, no scrolling, no devices there, just 7 digits punched again, and you on the other end somewhere. Summer of the landlines, summer before the screen, summer of the about the first snowfall and promises we meant and kept. The answering machine would catch the messages I played on repeat, a voice that time could never scratch, a summer I will not delete. Before the world fit in a pocket, before the signal chased us down, a summer phone call version of you.